Good luck, mate. Right, hello everybody. Yes, welcome to Leyton Score Centre for what is going to be an absolute thriller here in the capital. Yes, clash in the capital. It's Olympia taking on London GD. It's the top two sides in the men's Premier Handball League South. They're about to go toe to toe. Now, I'm delighted to say as well, Jack Oliphant is on his way. Leyton Orient Football Ground, literally just over the road. They've got a home game today against Swindon, so traffic around this area is absolute chaos. There's nowhere else you'd rather be though than in here right now for two of the hottest teams in England about to commence battle. Yes, the first half, as you can hear, is less than 10 minutes away from getting underway. I'm going to head myself back to the commentary box whilst we await Jack Oliphant, and it will take you through the teams. I'll see you shortly. Yes, so here we are back in the commentary. Well, I'm glad to say Jack Oliphant has come as well. He's just getting himself ready. There he is, proof that he is here. So Jack Oliphant is here ready for what promises to be one of the most exciting games I think we're going to see for a long time. Olympia against London GD in the men's Premier Handball League. We are live from Leyton Score Centre here in the capital. Yes, clash in the capital. I suppose this is part 3. Really, because we bought a few games from the capital over the course of the last 12 months or so. Two sides right at the sharp end of the table as well, getting themselves nicely warmed up. And I'm delighted to say here is Jack Oliphant on a rather shaky bench next to me. Let's bring the camera over, because Jack, I haven't seen your face for such a long time.
I know, that's been a while, hasn't it? Unfortunately, I couldn't do any of the February games, and then even now, turning up in London, it's always fun to drive from Leeds all the way down to London, isn't it? But yeah, traffic got me a little bit stuck with the Leyton Orient being at home, but we're here now and we're ready for some handball. I mean, we've got a goal set up right next to our commentary table, so we can get hit to the face while they're warming up as well. But
yeah, I mean, not long to go. We are 5 minutes or so out now. You can see us as well. Let's give the camera a wave all the way over there. Look there, just proof that we are here actually on site as well. We're not out of the studio. Let's put the camera back on the players warming up though as they're here right now. Let's just have a quick look as well at the lineups to your squad list. Just confirmation, actually, live chat is now open on YouTube as well. Head over to Live Sport now or the England Handball Association on YouTube. I'll tell you something to make your life even easier. This is how you do it too. There's a link straight to their website there. It's a QR code. It's on your screen right now. Give that a click. It will take you straight through to the EHO's website. If you want to comment in the live chat section, YouTube. At the England Handball Association and Live Sport now, that is the place to do it. So do get in touch with us. We want to hear from you. So your teams are going to look a little bit like this. This is your squad list for Olympia this afternoon. Mohamed Barnama, David Chadra, Pavel Tatarinsev, Anime Ben Musa, Tom Salgado, Daniel Barineski, Francisco Fetiera, Mantes Trevenis, Veselin Gregorvi, Bartes Chilave. I hope I'm saying these right, by the way, Jack. I think I'll do quite well.
Yeah, probably not very well.
Jonas Petri. I can't even say it. Lucas Balbieris. There is a second page as well for the Olympia squad here too. Thomas Balnosis got him there. There's Roland Ost. Clayton Eusebio actually isn't here, so you can take that one off. It's not here. George Alfieris. Now that is your squad list for Olympia. For today's visitors, London GD. Daniel Shepard and Patrick Gunther, your goalkeepers. Then we've got Morgan Gillett and Silvio Hispanesic, Danet Novotetsky, George Gonzalez, Aaron Bradley Shanker, Marvin Gorgon. Of course, last time out, he was player of the match as well. Look out for his moustache too, by the way. Dennis Chyskenk is here. Wojciech Rogolski, Jeremy Archer, Oliver Tyler is the captain, and there is the second page squad list. Francisco Cuenca as well. To help you out a little bit, I do now have numbers for Olympia.
Oh, fantastic.
And I've only managed, and I've got numbers for London GD. I just haven't had time to copy it out yet. So that's London GD, that's Olympia. We are live here, of course, at Leyton Score for this one. Get your comments coming in. We want to know who you think is going to win. Your London GD coach, Medhead Carl Match there, and your Olympia coach is Nelson Oliveira. He is somewhere knocking around. Had a good chat with him a little bit earlier. He's ready for this one. I can tell you that one. Now Lucas, Zoran Lucas, who's normally the London GD coach, he's not here, Jack, because he's in Costa Rica at the minute with the GB men's 20 team as they are competing. Good luck to everybody over there. Right now, Jan, let's quickly have a quick look at the table for this one. Shall we? Now, I must admit, this table is not 100% up to date. Actually, it's the most up-to-date table I currently have. Whichever way you look at it, it is the top two sides in the Men's Premier Handball League South going toe-to-toe this afternoon. Now, this promises to be one of the closest games we've seen for a long time.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting, to be honest. It's a game that we've been looking forward to covering, and I think realistically, with the new format that the league's been put under in terms of splitting the north and south, GD and Olympia both expected to be going through to their inverted commas final four sort of places. They felt like they deserved it, and based on their performances and the table, obviously, they do deserve it. They're a smashing group of teams, two of the most successful teams in England over the past 30, 40 years probably. I'm not entirely sure how long they've both been going, but I think they've brought in that many honours that you could probably call them some of the most successful teams that we've ever had in England. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what they produce this time out.
Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to this one. At half-time as well, don't disappear too far, because we've got highlights to show you from last week's game in the Women's Premier Handball League North. That was Nottingham-Birmingham. That was an absolute corker as well, and I think we're in for a really good game this afternoon. So what do you think the coaches are saying? It was actually, just touching on something, Jay, it was very important last time out for London GD against Chelsea, because that meant they qualified for the playoffs. Basically, they made the final four, so a bit less pressure for GD today.
There's a bit less pressure, but equally it's a bit of a derby for them. It's, as we've built up already, first versus second. I don't think they need any real extra motivation to go out there and get the job done today. As you say, not having their coach here maybe is going to play a small factor, but I would only say a small factor. They're all very experienced players. I know the captain, Ollie Tyler, very well, and he's well, I think he's the captain. He went over the coin toss and everything, so I assume
he is the captain.
Yeah, he'll be giving his own little speech, I'm sure. But all the players were very experienced. They'll know exactly what they need to do, and they'll turn up here and try and do it. I think when you covered them against Chelsea the other week, it was a little bit different because the court was a lot smaller. This probably feels a bit more like a natural territory for them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a very good point to make, actually. It was very compact at St Mary's University. You can hear the players, the GD players now going through their customers, as are Olympia, all in yellow with black shorts. London GD in their grey and red tops and black shorts, about to get things underway. The hooters are going. It's always a good crowd when we come here.
It's a great crowd, but I don't know who thought it was a good idea to bring Boo Boo Sailors back.
It is making 2012.
I know, exactly. It is making for a good atmosphere though, and I'm sure the Olympia team, which we haven't touched on too much, will be just as enthused to beat Great Dane. GD, sorry, not Great Dane, I should say anymore. Both have massive squads here today as well, don't they? It's a full turnout for both teams.
Yeah, they are. Just so everybody knows, number 24 is Daniel Berezinski for Olympia, 33 is Solgano, 7 is Georgiev. Number 10 is Trianis, number 22 is Chodrak, number 26 is Tatorinsev, number 23 is Baudenosis, number 9 is Balbieres, 17 is Petrici Neves, number 2 is Choala, number 8 is Fetiera, 25 is Ost, 16 is Alfieres, 1 is Barnama, and 37 is Ben Russo. That's for Olympia. I don't know how well you can see this, maybe I'll be worth us copying it out actually at half-time for London GD, but Daniel Shipper, the goalkeeper, is wearing 16, Patrick Gunter is wearing 48, then Gillett is 15, Carpenter is 77, Neletsku is 28, Gonzalez is 7, Shanka is 5, Marvin Gorgon is 13, Dennis Tchaikenko is number 10. Then we've got Rorowski is 47, Archie is 38, Tyler's 22, Koenka's 4, Leyton's 20, and Amara is 14. Your numbers for this afternoon's game here at Leyton Score. I don't think we're going to be out here ourselves with all of this noise, Jack.
I was going to say I might have to sit close to you, might have to get comfy, but I tell you what, I've just thought of an idea. I'm going to go and take a photo of the score of the team sheets with my iPad, so we don't have to share your small phone. So I'll be back in a couple of seconds.
Good idea, great idea. So whilst Jack Oliphant goes off and does something that makes complete total sense, which I probably should have done myself a little bit earlier, we are about to get ourselves underway here. We'll bring the timer in. And here we go, we are now underway here. Start the clock. So it's GD getting us underway. There is Marvin Gorgon there wearing the number 13 with that moustache. Playing it to and fro. Gorgon and Gonzalez linking up well here. Early stages though. Can they break through?
Yeah, flicking out to the right wing. It's a great take, and I think it's even a Kemper I'm going to watch on the screen here. It is a great goal to start with, and already you got your first highlight, Ian.
We certainly have. Make sure you shot that. Nice the roar in this place. It's just absolutely lit up here.
It is brilliant, isn't it? I mean, when you start off with a goal like that, it just goes to show that they don't need any extra motivation. We were absolutely right. They're well up for this, and GD, that's such a strong middle of the defence as well. Olympia really going to have themselves tested here, but they move it over to the left wing, and it's a big save by the goalkeeper, number 48.
In goal. What an absolute good guy. I had a chat with him last time out, actually. I think he's about 6'4" is Patrick Gunther. He's a big lad, isn't he?
He is, yeah. It's always helpful if your goalkeeper is taller than the goalpost, I always think. And he's certainly that, but he's obviously got some flexibility behind him as well as the line player gets taken down. That is Ollie Tyler. We're a little bit sort of further away here than we used to being in the commentary position, so we do apologise if it takes us a couple of seconds to call out the action, but we might have to watch it on the replay just in front of us.
Yeah, it's GD on the attack once again. Can they get a 2-goal lead early on? Not this time, though. GD bench are calling for something. I think that's stay with GD.
Yeah, it's going to be a penalty. Ollie Tyler taken down, and we have to do a really smart pass to the line. So it's going to be a penalty to GD, and I think the players on the bench were sort of half calling for a 2-minute suspension as well. I'm not sure if they got it or not, because again,
so it's going to be Archie with it, isn't it? Jeremy Archie with the penalty, and he scores!
Yeah, big 2-goal lead already for London GD, right into the bottom right-hand side of the goal. Lovely goal.
Yeah, Olympia 0, London GD 2, and me saying early on, perhaps they might not be, that motivated. They've made the playoffs. The head coach isn't here, but I tell you what, they're starting like rocket ships, haven't they?
Yeah, and they're on the fast break now. Big shot from the right back, probably a little bit forced. It goes out for a corner there, but great defending from GD. Again, Olympia trying a little no-look pass into the line. Not even getting caught out, even slightly. Ollie Tyler on the line. A brilliant defence.
I do get your comments coming in. What have you made of the start so far? Early stages in this first half. It's Olympia v London GD in the Men's Premier Handball League South, and it is going to be a lightning affair this afternoon. It is already intense. It's louder than the football stadium over the road. Leyton Orient are home against Swindon Town this afternoon, but there's more noise inside Leyton Score Centre. Yeah,
it's better quality of sport as well, I would argue, than going to watch Leyton Orient. So people should really be hearing this and getting themselves down. You can actually hear the vuvuzelas from outside as I was walking in. Good interception there by the 24 from Olympia. Is this their first goal?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Olympia's 24. That is Daniel Brazik. Okay, I'm going to call you Daniel. I'll attempt the second name to start with. No, I'm going to give that one up. I'm going to call him Daniel. I don't want to butcher the name. I feel like not attempting it is more polite than butchering it.
We can only apologise. It's Ian Waterhouse and Jack Oliphant here in the commentary box. Do keep us company. Comment below. We want to hear you. Who do you think's going to win this game later on in the second half? We are going to have your live sport now player of the match, and we've been giving away bottles of booze, and we've got another bottle of Prosecco to give away this afternoon.
That's new since I've. Yeah, we didn't have that last time.
Well, we've done it twice now, Jack. I've raided the back of the sofa and I've managed to find a few pounds. So.
Well, I was going to say, I'm sure whoever wins that will be happy to be going home with some Macchio Prosecco, whatever on earth that stands for.
Listen, it's high quality stuff from Tina's corner shop down the road in Leyton here.
Big block there, focusing back on the handball. It's another corner, this time to Olympia, their first of the game. For anybody out there wondering about...
My word, he's going for it, isn't he?
Yeah. Set pieces like corners aren't necessarily as advantageous as they are in something like football. You don't really tend to score directly from them. It's just a chance to restart the game and keep the ball more than anything. As the crowd start to wind themselves up, Olympia trying to initiate some trigger movements, but a no-look behind the back pass is never really the answer. But what a take! And what a spin, but it's missed by Olympia's left winger.
I'll tell you what, I've never seen such a advice to go before. The GD bunch are giving it to Olympia. Olympia are giving it back. This is so exciting, Jack.
Can you imagine what it's going to be like when they actually have something to play for in the final four as well? I mean, GD already qualified, don't need to win this as Morgan Gillett gets in the left wing. And you don't stop there, he loves a flick into the top corner, does Morgan.
Well, a little reminder, there is how to play for Olympia. You have Chelsea sniffing at their heels for that second spot.
They do indeed, yeah. Obviously, Chelsea, I think you covered their game against GD a couple of weeks ago, didn't you?
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch it, unfortunately, but I'm sure they were probably quite motivated, but couldn't quite get the job done against GD.
Just double score check this a second.
GD, there looks like a travel there for the Olympia left back. GD try and get the ball moving quickly, but they need to slow it down. There's no point in rushing at this early stages. And in fact, they rush it so much they should take it from the wrong spot, and the referee decides to bring it all. Pressure from the Olympia centre there, trying to get GD to make some kind of turnover. They bounce it into the line, blame again, and Ollie Tyler converts.
So, by my reckoning, that makes it 4-1 then. So Olympia 1, from the GD 4. I wasn't quite expecting such a start by GD, as we know they've got the ability, we know they've got the quality. I thought it might be quite a tentative affair to get going for the opening 5-6 minutes.
No, you're clearly incorrect. I don't really know what I was expecting either, to be honest. But I'm glad I drove all the way from Leeds, put it that way. It is awesome to watch, and I hope you guys at home can actually sort of somewhat hear and feel the atmosphere, because it is absolutely buzzing here. I know it might not look it from the camera angle, but the fans are really doing their bit. As Olympia, again, they just look like they're slightly out of ideas. There is a massive amount of space right in front of our commentary for the right winger. Morgan Gillett is giving him about 7 or 8 metres to play with, but he's not getting the ball at all.
Well,
Number
that
33.
ball that flew up in the air, I can confirm, NASA have said it is now orbiting the moon. It went that high.
Again, Olympia trying to force through the middle. There is so much space on the right wing for them. He finally touches the ball, but not in the area he wants.
Still no way through for Olympia. They're going to retain the ball though. They trail here by 3 early stages of this game. First half, Olympia London GD here on Leyton Score. In the men's Premier Handball League South, but GD get it back, Jack. Can they counter-attack?
Yeah, I think GD were calling for a passive play, so Olympia had to shoot. They move it to the right wing. The GD team on their feet, so I can't see. They fall to the line. It's a save this time, but yet another penalty.
It was Ollie Tyler as well, who went down with the throw. Keep this down on the floor for Olympia.
Oh yeah, hit his face, I think.
Let's just pause the clock for a second, because it looks like we've got a timeout.
Yeah, so I think the ball ended up hitting the face of the goalkeeper, and whenever that occurs, straight away, time out, make sure the keeper's safe, because obviously that's the most important thing. But it was give props to the attack. It was a fantastic pass from the right wing into Ollie, and obviously the goalkeeper did his best. He put himself right in the way, right in the firing line, as goalkeepers are supposed to do, arguably. Looks like he's okay. He's going to face the penalty. And it's going to be the player who's already taken the previous penalty and provided the pass to Ollie on that previous attack. It was number 38 for London GD. Yeah, Jeremy Archer. Nice and composed, gives it a fake. Goalkeeper goes the wrong way. Archer just slots it calmly down the right-hand side again. I always find it amazing, Ian, in the sort of hot cauldron that is Leyton Score Centre. I don't mean temperature-wise, it's freezing in here, but the sort of atmosphere that they're building, a penalty taker to be able to keep it calm and supply exactly what their team needs is always very impressive. Yeah,
let's stop the clock, obviously, because they've got a timeout. What are the coaches saying now to their team? What's going through Nelson Olivieri, the Olympia coach? What's he saying to his team?
He's got to be able to. He's got to be able to sort of give Olympia a little bit of a talking to, a bit of a calm down, I would say, as well, and ensure that they actually go back to what their game plan was. I'm sure they did have a game plan, but it's gone out the window with the speed and the ferocity that London GD has started with. As I said, there's loads of space for the two wingers. They've already had somewhat success from moving it to the left wing. Okay, it had one good save and a missed spin attempt, but again, that's been their two best opportunities. So I would definitely encourage Olympia to be forcing the ball out to the wingers a little bit more. There's loads of space there, and GD are famed for their strong, compact centre of defence. I think they're two defenders, number 7 and 22. That's Ollie Tyler and Georgie Gonzalez. They're about 6'5" each, so you really do need to move the ball wider. So Olympia get the ball started once again. Do they have something up their sleeve now? It was a timeout called by Olympia. No real surprise there. GD wouldn't have wanted the clock to stop. And a nice little roll away. Looks good in the Cirque du Soleil, but maybe not what you need on a handball court. Again, there's no room through the centre of that defence zone. And Olympia, whatever they were told, don't seem to have put it into action just yet. They do start a little trigger movement now, a little bit of crossing on the back court to his centre left back, but again forcing through the centre. I think we're going to be saying that a lot unless Olympia can actually figure this one out. They do get the ball to the line this time. There is going to be a penalty, to the dismay and horror from London GD, but it is Olympia's best opportunity now to get themselves back on the board.
That was absolute horror, wasn't it? Yeah. Number 22 for London GD. I've never seen such emotion someone being handed a penalty.
That's all right. He prides himself, as Ollie, on his defensive prowess, and he won't be very happy with that. If his brother's watching, I'm sure he'll have enjoyed it. There is Olympia's second goal of the game, known as number 8. If I can find it, Francisco Fitiera, sorry. I still probably said it wrong, but that's as close as I think I'm going to be able to get. Good dispatch of the penalty there, and a bit of a pressure situation. Gives them a slight opportunity, perhaps, to get a little bit of momentum back in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Olympia 2, London GD 5. First half action here at Leyton Score. The top 2 in the Men's Premier Handball League South are going toe-to-toe, but at the minute, London GD just in control, Jack.
Yeah, no, they've calmed it down. That's exactly what they need to do. Bit of experience. They've had the fast start. Now they need to be composed. That's not the way to do it now. Just as I was bigging them up, they throw the ball away. An unforced error.
A question for you, Jack. Do you think those in all honesty, those vuvuzelas at the other side from where we're sat,
yes,
you won't
they
be able
are
to see them on camera. They're obviously hooting. They're Olympia fans, so they're hooting every time GD get the ball. Does it put them off?
Yeah, I'm guessing it does put them off. It's certainly slightly putting me off, I'll be honest. So it's, they're clearly trying at their best to sort of put GD off. But I mean, the crowd's growing even still, isn't it? I think we were supposed to have the women's game straight after this, and it got cancelled, I believe. But it looks like at least the London GD women have turned up to watch and support.
Yeah, they have.
I'm guessing, to be fair, that's the Olympia team as well. I don't know why we're not having our second game. They finally get it to the right wing, and it's a good save by the 48 in goal.
It's been a while since GD have actually got on a score sheet, though, haven't they? But they've stopped Olympia from getting back at them too much. I know they had the penalty, but that's been it over the last 5 minutes or so. And here we go. The noise goes again. London GD with it. It might put off, but they're not showing it because they strike again.
Yeah, no, it's their main source of attack right now is actually getting it to Ollie on the line, isn't it? I think I feel like I've said his name about 55 times in the space of about 8 minutes, but that's because GD are using him to the best of his ability, and why not? So Olympia trying to get through that middle of the park again. You can just see on these screens, ladies and gentlemen, it's so compact in there, they're so tall.
There's just no way through, is there? I've never felt so sure. I'm not too sure what that was there. It's gone out.
I think they've given a corner, a free throw, sorry, as it was, again, another tackle. Again, the 3 best opportunities. They haven't scored from any of them, but it's been moving into the wing. The right-handed shot from the right-back position, always difficult to do.
Great save by Patrick again, wasn't it? It's just huge. They're so lucky, London GD, with Danny Shepard and Patrick Gunter in goal. They've got real quality there, and they found the back of the net again.
Yeah, actually, he played a pass off the defender there, but looks of it, he went to pass to the right winger, actually hit the Olympia defender, came back to him very nicely, and ended up making the shot. I thought from our angle, it looked like travel almost.
It looked like Olympia defence just stopped dead almost, didn't it? Like they didn't really think it was going to be a threat, and then it went.
Yeah, here we go. They're starting to move the ball with the wingers a little bit more now, actually engaged Morgan Gillett on this left wing. There we go, there was a space on the right. There was a space on the right wing. They didn't use it. The save comes.
What a save. Make a note of that. My word, what a save that was. Shouts of let's go, boys, from Patrick Gunter, the number 48 in the London GD goal. They're on the attack again, and they've converted again.
Yeah, really fast transition there. They actually rode the tackle to do that one. You don't stop playing until the whistle is blown, even if it looks like a foul. Referee played what is as close to as possible as an advantage there for handball. We don't normally have an official advantage, but the referee uses discretion. He could get the shot away. The shot away he did and scored.
Yeah, exciting stuff.
Technical error there by Olympia. They get away with it this time.
They're just not able to get into a rhythm, are they, Jack? Olympia? Every time they try and go, there's a red wall stopping them. And look at his counter-attack again by the... the sloppy hands a little bit there. A bit of an unforced error. Uncharacteristic of London GD there.
Yeah, no, it's... I think Morgan knows that the camera's on him. He put it in the top bins earlier on and then drops the ball. I know which highlight I'll be telling him to watch, put it that way.
Remember, everybody, if you are watching, do keep your comments coming in. We can see them. Tell us, what have you made of this first half so far? Who are you supporting this afternoon? Where are you watching from? And who is going to win? Come on, comment below. Show your support. The players do watch the game back. They will see your comments. We'll put them on screen. Live Sport Now on YouTube is the best place, and the England Handball Association on YouTube. There's a link in the body of this broadcast. I'll take you straight through.
There's a goal there. It looks like, I think, the number 7 Regini's about to get sent off as well. That's 2-minute suspension. Jordan Gonzalez. That's exactly what Olympia needed. They needed something to upset GD, make them quieten down a little bit, and give them a competitive advantage at the same time. A 2-minute suspension is right up their street right now.
Can they take advantage of it? That is the big question right now. Look at Patrick Gunther. He's so casual. He's actually come off the court at the minute. So London GD are going forward, aren't they? They've taken the keeper off and put an extra man on.
Yeah, no, they want to keep scoring goals, obviously, and they have thrown the ball away a couple of times, though. That might be another one of those times. No, he gets away with it. So they're going to have to be slightly careful. And the save gets made as the shot was forced somewhat from the back court. Goalkeeper goes back in, but GD will only defend with 5 players.
Olympia 3, London GD 8 here. It is the visitors who've got ahead of steam in this first half. Starting to get close to the halfway stage of the first half. It goes so quick, doesn't it, Jack?
It absolutely does, and I have to say, GD's intensity. And they finally get it to that right wing. It's another save, though, from the keeper. GD's intensity, I have to say, Ian, is epitomised by Archer, who's taken not only the 2 penalties, but his defence is running from right wing defence pretty much all the way to the halfway line just to pile pressure on. He's transitioning really quickly, very impressed by the right winger for GD.
I'll tell you, he was up for player of the match last time out against Chelsea. It was actually Marvin Gorgon who won it. He was a close second, was Jeremy Archer. I think he wants this bottle of Prosecco. I think he's seen it, hasn't he? He's like, yeah, I need something to drink this evening.
I think it was at him as well, who almost got the goal, but he was stepped on the line.
Though, no. I think it was in the D.
Olympia forced the ball again, just a bit of a no-look pass, and I mean, they get away with it this time. You can see they're not quite clicking, are they? It's like the occasion's gotten to them slightly.
It is very raucous in here, much more than usual, but they're back in it.
Lovely goal there. The right winger came in as a second line, ghosted behind 2 of the GD defenders. Managed to get the ball, turn and shoot for the centre. Nice goal by Olympia.
That's a 4-point game at the minute. Olympia 4, the home side. London GD 8. It's GD in red. Olympia in yellow here at Leyton Score Centre. You can hear the hooters going. The Olympia fans are making this a coliseum of handball, but GD get it back again.
Yeah, it's a good goal there as he's spanned just around the 2 middle defenders. Oh, it's going to be another 2 minutes there, surely. Crawley Tyler, I'll be amazed if he gets away with it. Yeah, no, I think that one was the 2 minutes. I don't think he has much to complain about. He has a word with the referee, but eventually walks off, and GD don't really kick him a fuss. So again,
that was a goal for GD, wasn't it, before?
There was a goal for GD, yeah, but so Olympia again with a competitive advantage. They do have Gonzalez back on the pitch, back on the court, I should say, GD, but they've lost their other central defender now. Move the ball to the right wing. Salgado had lots of space, lots of time, but maybe the keeper's got it into his head. He didn't fancy it. And for good reason.
I'll tell you, it's going to be hard to beat Patrick Gunther from that angle.
I was going to say, for good reason, Gunther's in the heads of the wingers for Olympia because he's saving pretty much everything thrown their way. The only goals he's conceded, I think, are 2 penalties and potentially 1 line that he ghosted in behind. I don't think he conceded a wing shot yet, so it's a very impressive start for him.
Well, what
Passive
a game
play.
we are having.
Passive play being called here, Ian, so GD will only have a couple more passes before they have to take the shot. They do take the shot, and it's a smart one as well around the defenders, and the goalkeeper was going to his right, the ball went to his left.
There you go, GD make it to double figures. What's up with Olympia, Jack? They're just a little bit caught off guard, a little bit, do you think? Do you think they were expecting GD to be so hot out the seat?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I haven't watched much of Olympia this season, obviously, but I don't think they've necessarily changed their game plan as much as maybe they should have done, because maybe they are used to running through the centre of defences and using those backcourt players sort of as their main source of the goals, which is fair enough, but when there's a brick wall and two big players in front of you, strongest defence in the league, you do have to think maybe there's some alternative routes that you've got to explore. Olympia, yeah, they just seem to have not quite risen to the occasion as much as GD, but here we go.
Oh, transition.
And that is a danger as GD bring the keeper out to try and counteract the fact that they're a player down. Olympia get the ball and score an easy goal to impress them at the same time, because why not?
Yeah, he does a couple of push-ups just to show off a little bit. That was number 10, Mantas for Olympia. And you can hear that Vuvuzela's got a bit of tunage to it now as well. You won't be able to see on the camera, maybe at half-time we'll show you the crowd here. I reckon how many people are over there, Jack? Do you reckon there's close to 100 people over there, isn't there?
Oh, they're enjoying some great handball, Ian, as well, because that is an absolute stunner of a goal. Again, supplied by Archer from the right wing, straight into Gonzalez, who was stood on the line at the time. A great goal. I'll tell you what, the highlight packages from this game is going to be sensational.
Olympia 5, London GD 11. It's first half action. We've got to just over 10 minutes of this first half to go.
There we go.
Now they're finding the feet, and it's number 10 again who bubbles up for Olympia.
Yeah, it's Chenez. It's a great goal there. Something he hasn't really been able to do much of, and that is jump over the centre of the defence. He managed to get it done there, and he clearly shows when they do get a little bit of space, Olympia are very dangerous. They're not second for no good reason.
I'll get your comments soon. I want to know, what do you think of the noise that's in the atmosphere, the noise here at Leyton Score? What are you making of it watching at home? It's absolute, I have to shout here, that's how loud it is. What's it like at home?
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like if they can just hear us and they can't hear the Vuvuzelas, they probably just think we're shouting constantly for no good reason. But it is, I mean, it's hard to hear you, Ian, and you're sat 2 feet away from me, let alone the players out there trying to listen to the calls and everything.
That's because you need to clean your ears out. That's why.
Well, potentially, yes, that is true, but
that might be why.
Olympia throw the ball over them and GD get the ball back. It looks like they're really slowing it down. I think they're back to full strength. In terms of numbers on the court, yeah, Gunter's not coming off anymore, so that must mean they're pretty happy with the lineups they've got out there.
It's a 6-goal game. If you are new to handball, hello, welcome, you're more than welcome. This is the top flight of handball here in England. Arguably the top 2 teams as well. Olympia taking on London GD, the first and second in Men's Premier Handball League South. How it works is the 2 halves, 30 minutes each. You've got a ball, you've got a net, you get it in the back of the net, you get 1 goal. It's that simple. Team with the most goals at the end win. Can't say much fairer than that, can you, Jay?
No, very simple, really. I'm amazed I ever got brought in to coach any handball when you could just explain it like that. Is there going to be a goal there? I thought he was clean there, to be honest.
I must say, not to do it discredit, there's a lot more to it than that, but that's the crux of it. If you are tuning in for the first time, a goal is 1, and the team with the most goals at the end win.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's all you need to know if you're tuning in for the first time. And apart from that, just soak in the atmosphere and the fast-paced nature of this best game in the world, in my opinion. Trying to take a shot. Gonzalez makes a tackle that time, though. So 12-6 to London GD. Olympia trailing by half the amount of points, but they are starting to find their way through, and that's another attempt. Another opportunity goes awry. I have to say, Olympia, they've probably had 3 or 4 opportunities where you think that should be a goal, and it's just squeezed past the post.
We've got Daniel Schaffer in front of us, who's the London GD goalkeeper. He'll be on in the second half, I've no doubt. kind of tends to be how London GD have played it this season. Oh, and they found it again. Wonderful stuff. And every time it goes in, he's on his feet, arms ablaze. He is absolutely having the time of his life here this afternoon.
Yeah, no, you've got to create the atmosphere if you're the away team, to be fair. You've got to try and counteract it. And if you are GD, if you're on their bench supporting them, why wouldn't you be loving this right now? You might as well throw yourself into it.
And again, we just go through these spells where Olympia just get stopped in their tracks for a few minutes, don't they? Whilst GD just edged into the lead a little bit more now. They've got a 7-goal lead here. We've got 7 minutes or so left of this first half. It's going the way of the visitors, the side top of the table. Remember, keep your comments coming in. We can see them. We want to hear more from you as well. What have you made of this first half? Show your support for these teams. Get your comments coming in. If you keep them clean, we can show them on screen. Head over to YouTube at the England Handball Association or Live Sport Now. Make sure you hit subscribe as well. And get your comments in the live chat. We'll put them on screen.
You're full of the rhyming slogans today, aren't you? Have you been writing them in your week off?
I've been practicing.
Oh, 3 players taking down the Olympia line player there. That's always pretty much going to be a penalty. No complaints from GD. An opportunity to get within 5 here for Olympia. Gunter messing around with the ball before giving it to the Olympia number 8. Gutierrez, and he can't make the shot. In fact, he took that so quickly on the whistle. I actually wasn't even looking. It's a great save there by Gunter yet again. He has been unbelievable tonight.
Well, I'll tell you something. It's too early to be player of the match, but Patrick Gunther and Jeremy Archie are both for London GD, the number 38 and number 48 respectively, have both got to be with an early shout, haven't they? Been in the discussion later in the second half.
Absolutely, yeah. Them, and I'd say probably Ollie Tyler for the defence and the attack that he's provided. But I'm just loving Archer's epitomising the whole sort of ethos of what GD had turned up to try and do here today. They move the ball out to Morgan Gillett. I think that is. No, it isn't. It's number 77. Apologies, they've swapped the left winger. And that's Sylvia on the left wing, the number 77. Really smart goal there as well. I think he scored one a little earlier on.
So now Olympia 6, London GD 14, and they really are starting to get a bit of a head of steam. I must admit, I thought this would have been a little bit closer in the early stages.
Yeah, so did I. I was expecting at half-time probably a game that was within 3. I definitely didn't expect to see one team pull away by 7 with 5 to go, and it could be even more. I thought that was potentially going to be a penalty there, but actually no, just good defence by Olympia.
Well, it's been brilliant stuff from London GD. You can see why they're top of the table this season. And now they're just working the ball nicely, taking their time. They're under no pressure. Top of the table, they've made the playoffs already. I just wonder if perhaps a bit of extra pressure is not doing Olympia any favours here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a scary performance. If I was any other team watching them, oh, I'll tell you what, either lead or pass, really good stuff there. And it's a good goal by the right winger. Unfortunately, I didn't quite catch the number as he ran off, and we're too far away to see it now. But a really good goal by Olympia there. So there's opportunities out there. Ian, I think a few of their goals have come from those fast breaks, and maybe GD, for all their brilliant set play attacking and their transitioning, everything like that, maybe that's the one sort of chink in the armour, I should say. Well, time out to GD here. So with 3 minutes and 30 to go, GD do finally call their time out. I wouldn't say they desperately needed it, but we will go and double check the score as well, I think, because oh, you just changed it to Olympia, haven't you? I'll go and double check the score for you, Ian, just in case.
Well, you don't need to worry about that, because I've got my trusty aide on the desk who's texting me, the young lady there with the blonde hair, is rather kindly asked for my number. Not like that, unfortunately.
First time in a couple of years, I imagine. No,
I'm a married man. I bet she's been updating me with the score, so thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Olympia 7, London GD 14. We've got about 4 minutes or so left on the clock, so we'll just keep there you go. We've got 3 minutes 30 or so, or 3 minutes 45 on the clock. It is Olympia 7, London GD 14 here. First half drawing to a close, and the visitors well on top.
Yeah, it's been quite almost domination, really, hasn't it, from GD? They haven't really shown anything. They haven't really shown a weakness. As I said, maybe Olympia found a little joy in their sort of transition, really fast first phase counter-attack, but realistically, apart from that, you can't really win a game on that alone, or get back into it, certainly, with the stakes this high against a team this good. So I'm interested to see what Olympia come out in the second half and do, whether they try and mix it up, change their defence, play something that GD haven't seen them play before, or something like that. You've got to be experimental in these areas.
Yes, you do. And it just looks a little bit flat in the early stages, Olympia. It's a good save though, but the follow-up is converted.
Yeah, and again, I was about to say Olympia will enjoy that, but actually Holly Tyler with the camera for the line, don't see that very often. I was about to say that might be a little bit of a momentum shift for Olympia, but then for the ball to bounce straight back and then GD to score from it, we actually probably have the opposite effect. They do squeeze through the middle there and get the goal. And that's the number 9 for Olympia, Lucas Balberas. So again, GD, they don't really need to do anything more than slow it down, take it up the court, do their set plays. They don't need to rush this, they don't need to force anything. They've done all that in the first couple of minutes and they've got the game in their hands. Might as well slow it down now, even tease the Olympia team, trying to bait them out as they start moving the ball now. Take the court, backcourt shot. Olympia trying to transition, there is space. All 3 Olympian players are behind the GD defence. But GD just get a touch of the ball. You couldn't see it on your camera, I don't think, but Olympia definitely had 3 players on their 6 metres ready to receive the ball, and clearly that's a little bit of an instruction that maybe the team have had from the coach.
Yeah, maybe. Here we go, Olympia again, down on the ground. The ball is going to stay with the Yellows.
Oh, little cheeky no-look pass. They've given the penalty as well. To be fair, actually watching the replay, GD are complaining, but actually watching the replay, I think he was just goal side of the 2 defenders as they squeezed together and made that pincer movement.
So here we go, it's a penalty again. Remember, keep your comments coming in. We're going to go through them at half-time.
Oh! And Gunter couldn't quite stop that one. I think he was 50-50 in terms of save ratio on penalties before. That one's just shifted it. 33% save ratio on penalties, still damn good.
It's really good, isn't it? But, you know, it just gives Olympia a bit of a sniff, doesn't it? We've got just over a minute or so left of this first half, so we are approaching an opportunity for both teams just to restart themselves, get themselves back for this second half. They now know what to expect. And can Olympia still get back into this? I think they can, Jack. There's time, isn't there?
Well, they've got to throw the kitchen sink in, and I think that's what they're doing with the counter-attacking now, is even then, as soon as the ball looked like it might break down, they had a player running up the court and he was scot-free if they could get the ball to him. That's the sort of risk that Olympia need to take. It's 7-15, so they're still 8 goals behind. GD again try and bait out the centre of the Olympian defence. They take the fake, and they go through the centre. Too much space there in terms of Olympia's defence.
There we go, so London GD up to 16, Olympia 8.
I think that's a big difference as well, Ian. Every time GD have sort of, not, I wouldn't say copied, but every time GD have gone through the centre of the Olympian defence, Olympia haven't really had that many blocks on as they transition. Great GD into Archer. Secured it. Yeah.
And it's a roll from number 4 for GD.
And again, Archer straight back, making the tackle. Half-time is called. I couldn't even hear what the buzzer was for. I think it's half-time.
It's not half-time just yet. I think it's about to be after this throw. He has a go.
Oh, it wasn't
far off, was it?
I've seen a lot worse. Yeah, I've seen a lot worse attempts. I've just seen it on the replay, actually. The camera's got a better angle than we do. GD very, very pleased with that one, and we can very momentarily talk in normal pitched voices, can't we, Ian?
Well, I need to, because my voice is starting to disappear quite rapidly. I wonder, Leon, if you could just put the camera on the scoreboard for us, just so we can double confirm before I officially put it on screen for you. But what a first half we have seen here. London GD though, Jack, we're so quick out the blocks. I don't think Olympia expected it.
I didn't expect it, to be honest. I was still sat here taking pictures of the score sheet and everything like that. It was really very impressive. And the first goal of the game, in my opinion, is still the goal of the game. It was Kemper on the right wing. Incredible, really. But I don't think they'll come out quite as quickly and as strong, but it's exactly what they needed to do. They needed to put a bit of a standpoint. They felt the atmosphere in here. They needed to put their own mark on this sports hall, and they came and did exactly that.
Yeah, they certainly have done that. So, Jack, let's just ask you a quick question. We've seen Patrick Gunther, he's been on absolute fire for London GD in goal. We've seen Jeremy Archer, the number 38 as well. Who was the best player in that first half for you?
I mean, as I said, I was. We mentioned Gunther a lot. He made a lot of good saves. We mentioned Ollie Tyler a lot as well. He catches everything that goes near him. But for me, as I said, I was loving the right wing Archer. He obviously secured the 2 goals. 2 penalties, and but it was the energy in defence, it was the energy in attack that he was everywhere. And even though, yes, okay, GD, their best defensive point was the middle, where Olympia just couldn't get through at all, Archer was everywhere else. He was charging up the court, he was forcing their backcourt players to play the ball, and even then he scored a great goal. He comes back, Olympia just have enough time to take the throw off, and already Archer's on the halfway line making a tackle. They don't have any time to breathe, and that's really important to have someone like that who's sort of the trigger for that sort of momentum. It's so important.
Well, at the end of the game, we will be handing out this as well for your live sport now player of the match. At the minute, Jeremy Archer, he is the man who's looking like he's going to get it done, but there's still another half of handball to go yet. Now, one thing we like to do is we like to have a look at some of the comments that have been coming in throughout that first half as well. As we said before, do comment below. We can see them. And if you comment at the England Handball Association on Facebook, if you comment at the England Handball Association on Twitter, the England Handball Association on YouTube, and Live Sport Now on YouTube, that is us. Make sure you hit subscribe when you're there as well, because we've got a lot more handball to bring you this season, and fingers crossed next season as well. We can put them on screen as well, but you've just got to, Jack, keep them clean.
You threw to me then. I was very honest. My head was somewhere else.
Here's a bus. I'll just throw you under. Let's have a look at some of the comments that have been coming in, shall we, during that first half. A lot of support for London GD. Maren W there. She's obviously a London GD fan, and another GD fan here as well. Esme there. I'm not going to say your surname, so I'm really, really sorry. Let's go GD. Little stars in the eyes there too. Here we go. We've got Mohammed. Has said, oh look, Mohammed Barnama, a big supporter there. That's for Olympia, actually. That's the number 1. And Mohammed, but well, I don't think he's wearing number 1.
No, it's 30, I think. I think that's maybe why I actually missed him off before.
There you go, and he's commented again. There you go.
I think that's, you might have done it again because I actually had forgotten his name.
So apologies about that. And Zoltan Huth is for old Danes watching. How was it for Queen and Country? Of course, London GD formed as London Great Dane, didn't they? But they are now known as GD, as I have been corrected more than once or twice.
Yes. I've got messages come through from people saying there's somebody called it Great Dane on the stream.
Sorry,
okay, yes.
That was me. I can only apologise. Now, last week we brought you more live handball as well. In fact, this is our 3rd week in a row.
Yeah,
I think it's our 3rd week in a row.
It's your 3rd week in a row for sure.
Yeah, Jack could be bothered to turn. We weren't too far away from you. We were in Nottingham, Sutton Bonington Sports Centre. We brought you Nottingham against Birmingham in the Women's Premier Handball League North. We've got the highlights from the game to show you now. Sit back, relax, and watch this. Blonde hair, Marshall in the centre of the court. Back to St Clair. Finds a gap, finds a goal as well, and it's Nottingham who get us underway. We want to hear from you. Here we go, Nottingham with it again now. Oh, it goes low this time. Well saved. Oh, does it go in? What does the referee say? It bounces back to the... Oh, how did that go in? They lead this one, but only by 1. Can't get through this time. Nottingham retain possession. Now here they go. They're off. The counter-attack. They're so quick on the break. Oh my word, make a note. For Nottingham. And the green of Nottingham on the attack as well. You may have noticed it's a completely coincidence that I do have the green of Nottingham jumper on. Oh, almost knocked into the own goal. Make a note of that one as well. That's a good. If you're watching, please do like, comment and share. Please do like it. If you want to show your support, you can see the comments. We can show them on screen as well. Live chat is open at Live Sport now on YouTube and at the England Handball Association as well. And as you can see, Anna Goncalves, who was just off the court, has come back out of our hands with it. The ball stays with Nottingham. Carolina Serlac with it. Now it's Valbona with it as to go. But no, apologies, all three have been penalties, haven't they? Oh, how did that go in? Get that one, record that one, take that one. And then we can bring you even more live handball, live on YouTube at Live Sport now and at the England Handball Association as well. And it does sneak in. It's another great goal. I want to give a message to somebody on the court. Having a quick chat with Millie Smith. Oh, good save. Good save, but will it find? She finds the back of the net to keep getting it done quickly though. Here's Valbona with it. It's a good save by Birmingham. Irini Pelaventu. She's had UK, best place to watch Live Sport is with us on YouTube. And that is surely the game now. So congratulations to Anna Goncalves for Birmingham. She is the Live Sport now player of the match. Yeah, there we go then. That was last week's game, Nottingham against Birmingham in the Women's Premier Handball League North. Now, I mentioned earlier actually, Jack, as well, Zoran Lucas, he's actually the coach for London GD. He's not here today. He's in Costa Rica with the men's GB M20 team. They've got a lot on their plate at the minute, a lot of games coming up. That's going to be exciting. Keep your eyes peeled for that. However, I did catch up with him after the Chelsea-London GD game last month. He touched on going to Costa Rica, but he touched on the performance and how happy he was that that result meant London GD made the. Now look, let's talk the first half, because Chelsea just wouldn't let you go, would they?
It was a really strange game for us in a way that the court is not the size that we're used to. It's very short. That means our main weapons as a fast break in transition go out of picture because the length of the court. We had to adapt to that. Also, in the same time, we had the injury during the warm-up of our starting left back, and two players couldn't come on the time, so we kind of lost three important players just before the start, and we just had to adapt to this, which boys did amazingly. They was resilient without any excuses. We struggled on beginning, but then we got the gap and we never.
What was the thing that pleased you the most about today's performance?
Resilience to adapt to a situation that we played in. This is not how we train and where we train. Not just the length. The court is very wide, much wider than used to be. That means defending players need to move more to left and more to right, off position that they're used to. So we had a few players that play in the middle on number 3 position that usually never plays there. So they had to. It was really a huge team effort, and the players stepped in and showed the character that no matter what is against us, we can adapt and do our job best possible way we can.
Top of the table, Zoran, going all the way this season?
That's definitely a plan. Our aim is to win all 3 trophies. It's not going to be easy. There are some amazing teams. We secured playoff with this. It was important also for us because I'm not here in the next game against Olympia. I'm going with the national team in Costa Rica. Yeah. That means we had to secure the win now, so we are calmly more calmly approaching that game. We still want to win it. That's a huge derby for us, and we obviously want to perform. But yeah, 3 trophies still there on the table, and we're definitely going for all of them.
Well, I've got some good news for you, actually, because wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to watch that game live, Olympia London GD live next month.
That's
So there you go.
fantastic.
So
Right,
congratulations and good luck next month as well. It'd be a shame not to have you there. So you take care.
That is very annoying.
Yeah, very. Righty, everybody, welcome back. You can see the teams are back out now. Olympia in their yellow, just going through their huddle, and London GD in red, going through theirs. We're about to get the second half underway. I want to know, Jack, what do you think both coaches have been saying to the teams at half-time at the start of Olympia?
Yeah, I think Olympia, they'll probably go into the second half like they finished the first half. I think they have to, with throwing fast breaks at them, maybe being a little bit more aggressive with their defence. That will leave spaces open, but it's sort of that opportunistic handball now, I would say. They don't really have time to mess around too much, although half an hour is a long time, don't get me wrong. It's a big old score gap, and you really want to be catching GD off guard, but it seems that's the only way that they're actually going to be able to get back into this. In terms of GD's, more the same. They haven't. Yeah, their start was faster than the other 20 minutes, the last 20 minutes, but that's all it needed to be. They can just play their style of handball now, a little bit slower, a little bit more sort of composed, and they're just picking up goals every, even if they just pick up goals once every other attack, they're still going to have a commanding lead.
So here we are underway. Remember, keep your comments coming in. We can see them into the second half now between Olympia and London GD. Second place, Olympia taking the top of the table. London GD in the Men's Premier Handball League South. Remember, if you like what you see and want to find out more about the Men's and Women's Premier Handball League, there's a link in the body of this broadcast. It will take you straight through to the England Handball Association website. Do give it a click, and if you don't want to give it a click, here's a little QR code. Get your phones out, give that a scan on your screen right now, and it'll take you straight through to the AHA's website. So second half action underway. It was Olympia with the first attempt, but they failed to convert. Now it's the side leading this one. London GD on the attack once again. There's Marvin Gogan, number 13. I wonder, I'm going to ask him whether he enjoyed his bottle of Prosecco after the Chelsea game.
GD starting to charge it up again. Olympia have gone to a 5-1 defence and leaves more space on the wings. And GD can't take the advantage, so it's working well for Olympia to start with. They could have done with that goal early on, though. That would have given them some real good momentum. And a bit of enthusiasm there from the Olympian goalkeeper. Here goes the speed of the attack. They slow it down. They weren't able to get through.
It is, and it's Barnama in goal, number 30 for Olympia. We've seen already in the comments that he's got a couple of fans watching this game. Show a bit of support. He is roaring his Olympia side on this afternoon. Still no goal in this second half. It remains Olympia 9, London GD 17. All to play for, really, for Olympia. They've got Chelsea nipping at their heels in the table. Could be quite nerve-wracking for Olympia.
Yeah, I think they would like something out of this game. Okay, maybe it's a bit of a long shot now, but as they force the ball to the line, he flashes his arms around. A bit dangerous, in my opinion. You could easily collect someone's face there, but he didn't get through. Olympia keep the ball. Passing play is probably going to appear in a second, but they are attacking with intent, to be fair, and they get the penalty. So an Olympia penalty after a strong defence and a prolonged attack is a good start for the home team here. Number 17 for Olympia's turn to step up. Possibly the hardest name of them all. I'm just going to call him Jonas, as it's his first name. It's a name on the back of the shirt, and the ball's in the back of the net. Good penalty there. Gunther was nowhere near it.
Now, Jack, the last time that these two met earlier on in the season, it was a tight affair. Tighter than it's being at the minute. It finished London GD 28, Olympia 33, so 5 goals in it that day. There's 7 in it at the minute. Olympia are not out of this, are they?
Absolutely not, and they've gone so much more aggressive on the defence. And Morgan Gillett has There's another highlight for him. It's pretty much carbon copy of his first goal earlier on. But that's exactly what Olympia have come out to do. They've been more aggressive in the defence. They've gone to a 5-1 and an extremely aggressive 5-1 as well. That leaves a lot of space for the wingers, and GD, they don't have a weakness in attack, so they're more than happy to go to the wings.
So Olympia back on it again, almost took a deflection, almost caught Patrick Gunther out. But you're going to have to get up earlier than that. Oh, but it has got it this time, right from the left-hand side. We're quite fortunate because where we're watching it in our studio, we actually have a slight delay. We're here live by the side of the court, as you know, but we've actually got a screen in front of us as well, and it's slightly delayed, so it does give us a chance to see a replay. Yeah, I was going to say, even if they can't see it, we can, and yeah, that was a good goal. It was Gunther, really, who sort of batted the ball away trying to be safe. Ended up going straight to the Olympia player, and Xavier trying to intercept GD. Starting to have words with each other here, just a few little nods saying calm down, you're better than this sort of thing, but that's the start of a team to get rattled. Morgan runs into the centre, runs out of ideas and runs into a player. To be honest, if Olympia hadn't actually touched him then, and they would have got the ball back. It's a really great crowd. You can just see the tops of your head at the bottom of your screen. There's a lot of people here at Leyton Score this afternoon. We are bang opposite Leyton Orient's football ground. They kicked off at 3 o'clock against Swindon Town, but I'll tell you something, it's louder in here. It absolutely is, and for good reason. Olympia have started so well. They've intercepted it. That tactical change they made going into this second half has worked absolute wonders. It's now a 7-goal game. And the fans, you might not be able to see, but you can see them at the bottom of the screen, those fans pointing and gyrating or whatever they're doing. They're trying to force Olympia's defence up the court, make them make mistakes. I think that's 2 or 3 attacks where GD have thrown the ball away. They get it to Ollie Tyler on the line. The defender was in the area. I can see it plain as day from here, but the referee has not given it. Wow. I tell you something. It's quite cold in here when I first arrived. It's suddenly got a lot hotter this afternoon. Yeah, the atmosphere was buzzing earlier on, but it was really provided from the GD side. Now, Olympia have got some sort of good spell in this game. The fans have come alive yet again, haven't they? And it's awesome to be with. I'll tell you, the bench we're sat next to always seems to be the rowdiest, doesn't it? Olympia are now sensing something here this afternoon. It's Olympia 12, London GD 18, a 6-goal game. That is it. It is game on here this afternoon at the top of the table in the men's and women's Premier Handball League. That's not what they needed. They just forced the shot there. I mean, it's a half-decent shot, don't get me wrong, but you're not going to catch Gunther out that easily. You have to create something. GD try and force their way through. So no fouls given, and they're converted into a counter-attack. Xavier has full steps. No, it's not a goal. Fierce throw. Oh, it's going to burst through the back of the net. Yeah, again, it's that change that gone from a 6-0 defence where they were very standoffish, happy for GD to come at them. It didn't work for them. They've gone the opposite way. They pushed all the way at the court. And here we go. Time out to GD. We didn't expect to see that. And all of a sudden, Olympia on their feet, screaming their heads off. Yeah, let's stop the clock. Time out here. Oh, a little moment to reflect on it. The first couple of minutes, we didn't actually have a goal for the first few minutes of the second half, and then suddenly it's come alive here under the dome here, I suppose, at Leyton Score Centre. Yeah, actually it's 13. Oh no, that is what you put. Mine says 12. I don't know why. I don't know. We will double check that you guys can see it at home that it is 13-18. Ian has changed it, but it hasn't appeared on my screen as 13-18. It's just 13 on mine. Let's see what everybody's seeing at home, shall we? But yeah, a really good start. I think Olympia, this is exactly what they need to do. It's impressive mentality, in my opinion, as well, to come back, not be beaten. Feed off the fans' atmosphere as well, and try and make a game of it. And it's a game that's, within 5 now, 23 minutes to go, fully doable. Yeah, it certainly is. Remember, if you're watching it live sport now on YouTube, I know there's a number of you watching at that channel. That is our channel. Please do hit subscribe as well and like the video too. It helps us. We bring you a lot of live sport across the course of the year. We've got you 2 games a month in the men's and women's Premier Handball League. If you're a golf fan, we've got some live golf coming up for you next week. The European golf season starts with the Sunningdale Foursons. We're live with the semi-final final live on Friday for that. So if you like your golf, hit subscribe. If you like your handball, hit subscribe. If you like your football, hit subscribe. If you like your motorsport, I'll tell you, if you like live sport and you like it now, then Live Sport Now on YouTube is the place to be. Hit subscribe, please do that. If you're watching any England Handball Association, make sure you hit subscribe as well. We broadcast all of the games there as well. And it's Olympia on it, or it's cut out though by London GD. The atmosphere is raucous in here. You can almost feel it. It goes through your bones here at Leyton Score.
Yeah, that was a very. There was lots to digest there in the sort of last 30 seconds, but
I just couldn't stop my voice.
No, absolutely. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't have been able to call it if you had. It was very, very fast indeed. Ultimately, GD get the ball back. And they're trying to organise something here. A call of two left. A switch from the centre and the left back. A little bit of a trigger movement. They force the ball to the line and they're starting to run out of ideas slightly here, GD. They're forcing the ball. They move it to Xavier. And Olympia have another goal. And I tell you what, game plan, perfection right now.
It is game on here at Leyton Score Centre. It's Olympia 14, London GD 18. They've trailed by 7 at one point in this game. The deficit is now down to 4. They're on it. They're feeling it. They're ready for it. Olympia are back in it.
Yeah, I think we might have to give them a couple of minutes after the game before we interview anybody. I can't imagine the adrenaline is going to be very microphone friendly, put it that way. There's a mistake there by GD.
Huge errors by Archer as well. We don't expect that from him.
Oh, it's a save though from Gunter. He's bailed them out of this one. Ollie Tyler telling GD to calm down. They weren't saying that in the first half, were they?
I'll tell you so, Patrick Gunter, I'm surprised we haven't seen Danny Shepherd yet in goal. I'm sure we will for London GD. They haven't said that. The game that Patrick Gunter is having, he is roaring. He's like a lion in that goal for GD.
Yeah, well, he's saved them a few times, really. All of a sudden, his saves in the first half from the wingers, 4 shots in a row or whatever it was, look a lot more important now, don't they? As Olympia coach is out here trying to call for absolutely everything. Referee's not giving him that one. Morgan Gillett trying to find a little bit of space, throws the ball away though, and GD, as I said before, running out of ideas.
Expect this place to erupt. I think one of that Vuvuzela over there sounds like it's had quite a lot of use and it's running out of puff a bit, doesn't it?
About time, to be honest. I like the atmosphere. I prefer chanting than a Vuvuzela.
Do you remember what World Cup that was?
South Africa 2010, wasn't it?
2010, South Africa 2010 it was, yeah.
I mean, an incredible World Cup, but the soundtrack wasn't brilliant.
Not for England, it wasn't.
Well, no. GD with a big block, but it goes out for an Olympia throw-in. And again, that's some of the moves that we've seen from Olympia we didn't see in the first half as well. So I feel like...
Oh, a bit of a push there. Jeremy Archie, number 38, again, he was...
he's been pushing everyone all game.
A bit physical there.
Oh, well, GD doing exactly what they needed. This could be a turning point. Good defence, or is it? Yes, it is good defence. I tell you what, tracking all the way back there, it is very difficult not to get a 2 minutes or a red card. Looked like he might have been coming from behind, but... he forced a mistake, forced the poor shot by GD.
I've never seen such a feisty game in all of my time covering handball. I mean, it's only been a year, but, I've seen quite a lot of games in that time. I've had the pleasure of it. And this one has got the biggest atmosphere I've ever seen. I'd even say more than the National Cup final, Jack.
Oh, yeah, by a long way, yeah. I think the National Cup final was fun, but this has got a derby written all over it, and the tackles like that sort of... No, they're not pretty, put it that way. It's a definite 2-minute suspension. No arguments from the Olympia team. Luckily, Archer's got straight back up.
There you go, he's off. And an opportunity for London GD to... they've taken a bit recently. He's gone off.
Now, this is a bit of a dangerous moment for Olympia. They're a player down. Are they going to be brave enough to bring the goalkeeper out when they go into attack? Because they need to keep scoring the goals. This could be an opportunity for GD to sort of stem the tide somewhat. Just get 2 goals under their belt, stop Olympia scoring for 2 minutes, and all of a sudden Olympia have to do all that hard work again.
Yes, they do. I hope you're enjoying this as much as we are. Do comment below. Make sure you like the content as well. We are live. It is Olympia in London GD, and it's a goal for GD. It's the first one for a while. Stretch the lead to 5.
Yeah, big spaces. That's what happens when you're a player down for those couple of minutes. And Ollie Tyler managed to get the ball. It's and score the goal. And as I said, really, this is important defence now for GD. If they can actually stop Olympia scoring on this defence, and they'll feel confident that they can definitely win this 2-minute period and get their lead back to what it was before. Olympia moving the ball, try and force it though. That was definitely forcing it. That's the definition of forcing it, unfortunately, as GD go at the other end. Good finish there, and as I said, that momentum shifting once more. Number 20 for London GD scores the goal as Ben Leyton.
Yeah, just sensed something there. You could see the groan from the Olympia bench when that ball got turned over. And you just sensed that they were going to come straight back at it, London GD, and they have done. It's gone from a 4-goal game to a 6-goal game now in favour of the visitors. Last time these two met earlier in the season, it finished London GD 28, Olympia 33.
Another shot goes awry as well. Another opportunity for Olympia. Goes missing. Oh, good hands there by Morgan Gillett. Moves the ball to the centre. There's space on the right wing. He doesn't take it, and he takes the shot instead. No foul, which amazes me.
Took a heavy thump there. He's a big lad to go down as well.
Yeah.
When I say big, I mean tall.
Oh yeah, very, very athletic. Yeah.
Athletic is a better word, actually. Yes.
But yeah, no. I mean, to be honest, he should have moved the ball one or two more players over. But he took the shot, probably thinking he was going to get a foul. Take the shot. You never know. You might get a penalty, or there might be a 2 minutes. But he didn't get anything. But Olympia get a goal.
Olympia back in it there. The viewers are coming in as well now. Remember, comment below. We can see your comments. What have you made of this second half? My word, this game.
Trying to start a move already, and I tell you what, I was about to say Olympia back to full strength. I didn't think they were going to go back to 6-0. They've gone to 5-1, as they have done for the majority of this second half. We are now nearly halfway through the second half, Ian. It's absolutely flown by, hasn't it?
It really does, doesn't it? 2 30-minute halves, of course. That was cheeky, wasn't it, from Gillett?
He's going to annoy me so much. He's going to be so smug about that one. So yeah, it's the amount of times he'll try that in a training session. I haven't played with him for a few years, but that used to be textbook Morgan Gillett.
Morgan Gillett, cheeky boy, but it worked, and it's a goal, and GD again lead by 6.
As I said, he always used to try it, and it rarely came off. I'm glad he's actually finally, after 10 years, figured out how to do it.
If you're watching this back, Morgan, we want to hear some stories.
He'll definitely be watching this back.
We want to get you on Handball Hits as well, because I'm sure you've got some stories to tell us about our Jack here.
Yeah, I might keep him off that. Olympia, an unforced error there, giving GD an opportunity, and I wouldn't say the atmosphere's gone flat, but both teams are sort of, the momentum stopped, hasn't it, for both teams? They're almost trying to figure out who's going to get it next. GD slowing it down. Olympia, they've only got 1 or 2 players that really have the same energy behind them that they started this half with. Even the coach has got a little bit more flat. GD moved the ball out to the right-hand side. Archer with the bounce, and thought there might be a trouble. He spins around the Olympia players, who are going mental on the court and mental on the bench as well. A yellow card for the coach. Just as I said, it went flat. I'll tell you what, how wrong could you be? Commentator's curse.
Nelson Oliviera, the Olympia coach, right in front of us. He was gesticulating wildly there. He's shaking his head now. I don't think he was too happy with that passage of play.
They do have the ball now, though, but they need to stop Olympia scoring and turn it over. But to be honest, sorry, they need to stop GD scoring. But right now, I think the biggest problem is the fact that Olympia's goals are somewhat dried up.
Yeah, they have, haven't they? It's Olympia 15, GD 22 now. Oh, and a good save again by Patrick Gunda. And we are now into the second half of the second half. We need to start thinking, Jack, about who's going to be the last ball now player of the match. You don't have to give me an answer yet, just I'll ask you again in about 10 minutes.
I was going to say, I mean, you know who my player in the first half was, but with that momentum shift, but to be honest, I don't think, for me, I don't know if it's just because we can't quite see it, and the Olympia team are pretty much always on their feet, so we can't quite see the play at that end of the court. I don't think a singular player has really sort of stood out from Olympia. In this second half, they've all done their job. It's not an insult to say that. It's a compliment to the entire team, I would say. They've all stepped their game up from a position where they weren't necessarily anywhere near the standard they needed to be, and all of a sudden everybody's come out the second half and responded well. They have dried up the goals a little bit in this sort of last 5 minutes, but it has been a massive improvement all round from Olympia.
Yeah, they're still not out of this. A lot of hard work to do. They're really going to have to do something quite special to get the better of London GD. We know they're an organised team under Zoran Lucas, because he's not here today. I hope you're watching, Zoran. I know you're over in Costa Rica. If you are, do comment below what you made of your boys so far. They're certainly doing you proud, aren't they? And they stretch the lead even further.
Another fast break goal for Ben Leyton, a timeout taken by Olympia, and it's greeted with the customary roar for the opposition team.
Absolutely.
Of course, this time it's London GD.
Let's stop the clock now. Just get confirmation of the score as well, if we could please, Leon. It's been absolutely thrilling here this afternoon. If you are new to handball, then you have chosen an absolute cracker to join us with. It is Olympia. There's the score confirmation there. Olympia 15, London GD 23. We're in the middle of a timeout right now. Keep your comments coming in below as well. We can see them. A bit more support coming in for GD there. Katie Gunther says, let's go GD. Let's hear from some Olympia fans. We haven't had too many commenting so far, so please do comment if you're an Olympia fan. If you're a GD fan, keep getting the messages in as well. We'll show them on screen. Get that messages of support in. So here we go. Olympia trailing with it all to do. It's an 8-goal game. I don't want to be negative, Jack, but we know how organised London GD are. They're top of the table for a reason. Too much now for Olympia to do.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, and to be honest, about 10 minutes into the second half, I thought, you know what, everything I said in the first half about it being a done game pretty much is wrong, but yeah, I think they weathered the storm, put it that way. I think they weathered the storm, GD, and that 2-minute suspension, that's the turning point in the second half. And yeah, Olympia really didn't need that. And ever since then, tell you what, I was about to say the lob didn't go in. I thought, oh, that's just typical. But the spin by Xavier, who really he's been the standout for me, I'd say, actually, in terms of Olympia. I said there hasn't been a standout, and everybody has levelled it up. But he's levelled it up and then an extra 10%. In that defence on the 5-1, it's exhausting work, especially the amount that he's having to run around because he's being very aggressive to the backcourt players of GD. And the fast break goals he's scored, it's not just getting the ball back, he's the first person at the end of the court as well to score. So yeah, very impressive from him, I'd say, from Olympia's perspective.
You can just sense it, because when Olympia just scored there, it wasn't quite as loud as we would normally expect. You can sense the fans have perhaps understood that the game is gone now a little bit, but they're going to keep trying to pack scores in, aren't they?
They are indeed, and there's shock and horror on the face of the GD team again, because the number 10 is getting a 2-minute suspension here. I mean, that will take us to 9 minutes to go. Olympia scored 2 in this period. There's an opportunity here again. As the Olympian bench are actually starting to have words with each other as well.
Barnama's back in goal. But I think they're going to swap back.
Sorry, yeah, I was a little distracted there from actually commentating, because I was actually looking at the Olympia bench.
Yeah, but this is the joy of being here, isn't it? Because we get to see little things that you don't get to see if you're in the studio. You know, little nuggets like that. Nelson Oliviera having a real good conversation with his goalkeeper there. A combination of a telling off and a motivational pep talk, shall we say, Jack?
Yeah, I don't think it would work on me necessarily, but each player is slightly different. Xavier with a little spin shot as well, by the way. We didn't miss it, Xavier. It was an awesome finish. Second one in 2 shots for him. Completely forgot what the word was then. And another strong defence here. Leyton gets the ball on the right wing. He scored a couple of fast breaks. They moved the ball around. Pass to play is being asked for, but a good save there by the goalkeeper. Whatever the coach said to him, clearly worked.
Thumbs up as well, just what he needed to get back his confidence back in this one. Good coaching now, I think, to keep him back out there. He's implementing pressure again though, is Andy in the goal.
And GD missed, and I tell you what, with the 2-minute suspension, I said that earlier on, that was the moment that he turned in the second half. It could have turned again. The same reason, but for the opposite team this time, GD, all of a sudden, can't quite get the goals, even if they've had the opportunities.
It's a competitive sport for the men's and the women's Premier Handball League. You're watching the men's Premier Handball League South, and suddenly, maybe the smallest glimmer of hope again for Olympia.
Yeah, lovely step there, using his line player as well as a bit of a screen on the GD defence. I can't quite see, I think it was the number 22 of Olympia. It's really hard to see their numbers from all the way back here, but I think it's Chodra, sorry, yeah. On Olympia, their third shot in a row.
And
Not going in.
Since the pep talk for the keeper, he hasn't conceded.
No.
Best worked wonders, isn't it?
Oh, Gonzalez comes back on the court to try and get the interception, but Olympia hold on to the ball. And you can see, actually, just probably at the bottom of your screen, because Leon is just behind, a whole host of fans just geeing their team up. Olympia's atmosphere has come back all of a sudden. Very physical defence there by number 10 for GD on Chodja. Oh, the low shot through the centre doesn't happen, but it's
How many spectators do you think are over there, Jack?
That's a good question. I'd probably say a good 30 to 45 roughly.
I've counted.
How have you? Of course you have.
56.
56? Wow, that's my estimate. I'm never very good at those games at the Carnival.
Oh, and another one back for Olympia. Oh, my
Oh,
word.
there is potential negative point, though. Because I think there might be a bit of an injury here for Chodra, as I've just learnt his name. Probably saying it wrong still, but it was a great goal after the fact, I think, again, from Xavier. This isn't, they're running back. This looks like he's okay to carry on. I was going to say, Olympia really don't want to break and play here. If he needs to come off, they probably want him off as quickly as possible so they can carry on.
He's been involved in a lot as well. Number 22 for Olympia. He's back on the court now, pleased to say. He's fine.
He's left his mate hanging there, though. That's just rude, really, isn't it? But yeah, he's back on. He's probably thinking, probably motivated him a little bit more, to be honest, now. Even if that back is slightly hurting, he's having a bit of a shoving fight with Ollie on the line.
More comments coming in as well. Show your support. Tell us who you're supporting.
And Chodra's there in the offence. Whatever injury he was having over there, he wasn't feeling it there.
Here is Marvin Gorgon. Cut out again by number 8. Xavier's come alive in the second half, hasn't he? Can he convert? Yes, he can. And Daniel Chapman's in goal now as well for GD. So we've had a change in goalkeeper. It's 23-19, Jack.
Trying to get at the court, take a really long shot. That was Archer. I was so complimenting of him earlier on. You know what I mean? He just shut the ball away.
Saved by the key man. I tell you, his teammates are giving him everything. They're cheering him up like it would have been fifth pumps all round on the Olympia bench. They can sense the almighty. What a comeback this could be.
19-23. I was about to say it's still almost a 20-goal game for the Olympia. Not quite. GD moving up the court. I think they're forcing the speed here a little bit. They try and play it to the left winger. There's a goal. One more back for GD.
One more back. That's it, Jack. Absolutely. One more back for GD. That might be the death knell, though, for Olympia. It's 19-24. 5 goals in it. We've got over 6 minutes of this game left to go. Time is running out. And we've got a bottle kicked at us. Not in bad position.
I understand the frustration, put it that way.
Yeah, he is. He's very frustrated, number 33.
Even, I thought he was going to hit the laptop. That's the only reason why I was annoyed.
He did say sorry.
Yeah, he did say sorry. Fair play.
Frustration. It's emotion. That's live sport now. Every emotion captured live. This is live sport. It's not pre-recorded. It's not made up. It's in the moment. There's no script here, Jack. It's as it happens.
You wouldn't believe it if it was written down, would you, really? I mean, most of the time. But Olympia get that ball back. I was just going to say, it's how quickly handball can change. Olympia, they hit the post. 3 seconds later, GD scored and sucked the life out of them. Olympia scored again. 3 seconds later, GD sucked the life out of them once more. This is is exactly what you want as a GD player right now, because they haven't played as well in this second half as they did in that first one.
This is more unbelievable than the Coronation Street script, but it's true though. That's
I wouldn't go that far.
This is true.
Yeah, no, it's true. We're not got any trains falling onto a pub and a cafe or anything like that, but we do have some real tears over there by the looks of it. The fans are getting proper emotional into this as they take the shot on the backcourt. 24 for Olympia, scores once more. There's I'm trying to say his name really well. I'm going to say Daniel once again. Perez Niku. I'm sorry if I butchered that one, but Daniel in the number 24 for Olympia securing the goal there.
I'll tell you something, Jack. I'm starting to get excited. It's a 4-goal game again. It could stretch to 7 again in this second half. I mean, 3 minutes ago, or 4 minutes ago, we were saying, yeah, it's over. It's GD's for the taking. All of a sudden, Olympia have got the ball. They trail by 4. There's still 5 minutes or so left to go on the clock. There's time. Leon, can you do us a favour? Give us a quick score check.
Oh, he just has 22, 25. It's actually closer than we were suspecting.
Everybody there. It's even closer than I thought. And we've still got over 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's that was going to be close, isn't it? Now Olympia need to score with every single attack and probably get some fast breaks. Big close there with the defence by GD. Really good teamwork by the two centre defence players there, Gonzalez and Tyler. Olympia squeeze the ball there. Tell you what, they thought that had gone in the goal, but the referee says no. GD get the ball back. They transition up the court quite quickly. Is that an unforced error again? They've got the ball. The fans are not happy about that one.
22-25. That was right, wasn't it, Jack? 22-25.
Yes, it was.
And I'll tell you, it's suddenly game on. Can they get a draw out of this game? My word, can they get the win?
It's a great performance by Olympia in this second half. We were obviously glowing about GD in the first. Archer gets the goal. Olympia thought he was there in the area. I'm not entirely sure I agree that time. But Archer gets probably what will be a very important goal for GD.
Well, Jack,
you're talking player in the game. I mean, I'm guessing that's the subject you're about to bring up, isn't it?
Oh, how did you know? Who is your live sport now player of the match, Jack Oliphant?
Are you asking me about 3 minutes too soon? Oh, hello.
I'll give you another minute then.
Yeah, number 4.
Surely,
for GD. There we go.
Surely that's the game now.
Now, because it looks like it's going to be a GD game, I will say Archer. I think. I'm saying that because I sort of half want to take it back as I'm saying it. Yeah, I'm going to give it Jeremy Archer, the number 38. I think in the second half he hasn't been as influential, but that's down to Olympia snuffing GD out more than anything else, which is obviously very impressive. But for that first half performance, for all the energy he brought, for the penalties, the important moments, I'm going to give it to Jeremy Archer.
There we go. Thank you very much, Jack Oliphant. Your last sport now player of the match is Jeremy Archer for London GD. Last sport now. We are the world single cam live leading sport broadcaster.
They're giving it 2 minutes.
Here, Jack. What's going on?
They're giving it 2 minutes to Gonzalez, and I think that's his. Might only be his second, not his third. But that could be massive. They're giving the penalty as well. Well, this is. Hopefully, we'll stop the clock for a quick second.
So, penalty time for Olympia. Yeah, again, just quick congratulate Jeremy Archer. He's your last sport now, player of the match. He's going to win. He's won the bottle of Prosecco. Lovely. Beats Danny Chappett in the GD goal. And Olympia get one back. Time running out. Although for Olympia.
What I will say though is my player of the second half, my player for Olympia, special mention, is the number 8 Xavier. He's really a bit like Archer was the catalyst for GD's first half good run. I feel like he's been the catalyst. He's been given a thankless task up there at the top of the 5-on defence. He's done really well at that. Oh, good defence by Olympia, stopping they go for goal. He's in. A great goal. A quick turnaround. GD had one player out. High risk, high reward. Is it worth the risk at this stage of the game?
There's one for the highlight reel.
Tell you what, I'm not entirely sure the goalkeeper saw that, because normally if the goalkeeper sees the opposite goalkeeper out of the goal, they go for it straight away. There's no stopping them after time. GD slowing it down, and strong defence by Olympia. Can they move the ball to the right wing? They can. They go to the line. Only Tyler hits the post, gets it back. and gets the goal.
Unlucky. They needed the rebound, GD. Surely that now. I've said so many times in this game, surely that's the game. And I've got it wrong every time. But now, 4-goal game.
How has he scored that?
Olympia.
I'm speechless now. He scored it from on the floor. I'm pretty sure there was double dribble in there somewhere as well. I didn't see the replay.
Well, I'm assuming it went in, so I'm assuming we are 25-28. Yes, we are. Yeah. So Olympia 25, GD 28. We've got a minute and a half or so left of this game. This has been an absolute cracker, isn't it, Jack? My word. GD have led the entire game, and at certain points it looked like they were just going to run away with things, certainly after the first 10-15 minutes or so. But Olympia's spirited fight back in this second half has been absolutely mesmerising.
It has, so they get the ball in the back of the net as well. They're actually calling for passive play on GD, they weren't moving. You know they're going to be calling for passive play pretty much immediately now.
Oh, they're going to be praying that a game of handball could last 35 minutes each half instead of only 30, because time, I think, is going to be there on
a minute left. Timeout called by GD. As I said, big shout out to Olympia here. I'll be honest, I thought they were dead and buried. This has been absolutely awesome. Shouldn't have written them off. Fair play to them.
This has been brilliant. It really, really has. This second half has been a second half for the ages. It really has. If you're new to Handball, hello and welcome. You have come at an incredible time. If you like what you see and want to find out more about the men's and women's Premier Handball League, head over to the England Handball Association. There's a link in the body of this broadcast. Wherever you're watching it, it'll take you straight to the website. Give it a click and make sure to watch even more live sport, including the men's and women's Premier Handball League, and subscribe to the England Handball Association's YouTube channel. Again, underneath the website link is a link to the EHA's YouTube channel. Here we go. The last throws of this game. I think it's just going to be time. It's going to run out for Olympia. GD, top of the table, London GD in the men's Premier Handball League South are going to get the win. Olympia are going to start coming under a little bit of pressure from Chelsea in third in the table as we get to the closing stages of the season. And we will be going very soon to
you say that, they've got about a minute left and the ball went out of play. They throw it wide. Oh, it's going to be a bit dusty now as well. They probably have about 40 seconds left to get 2 goals to Olympia. They need to take the shot quickly. GD will know it's coming. Big defence there from Gonzalez, who's just come back on. And again, the clock doesn't stop for a free throw, so it's still going.
Oh, and I think that might be done for time. It's so close. There are seconds remaining. Olympia need 2.
The penalty gets given. It's a penalty to Olympia. They have to stop the clock. There is going to be a penalty. I don't know if Leon can quickly look to the scoreboard to see exactly how long is left. Because
let's have a quick look at the timer.
Leon
be
has
very
glanced
quick.
over. I don't know. Well,
back to the play, Leon. Back to the play.
There we go. The goalkeeper stands strong.
6 seconds.
Big save.
And that is the game. That is the game. And it's fifth month. So celebrations all round for London GD. They get the win.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the game we were promised in the first half.
It was better.
It was definitely the game we were promised in the second half. Yeah, as you say, it was actually better. It's one hell of a story. And fair play to both teams. They had their moments. Olympia were sensational in the second half. GD were utterly brilliant in the first half as the fans started to get their face in front of the camera as well. Big celebration from GD. That was awesome, Ian. I'm going to let you go and do the quick interviews, I think, but well, I compose myself.
Absolutely. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. What can we say about that? It has finished. Olympia 26, London GD 28. It's been a game for the ages. And well, this is what we like to see. Look at the respect between the two teams as well. I know the coaches will want to have a quick word with the players as well. We'll get as close to them as we possibly can. We're going to have a quick chat. We're going to grab number 38, Jeremy Archer, as well. We'll just let them do their huddles first. All right, mate. It's all right. It's all right. So we'll let them get their huddles in first, and then we'll grab a quick word with them. Get that camera in. There's Archie, number 38. He doesn't know it yet, but he is player of the match. Olympia go over to their fans as well. Give them a big clap. Give them a bit of applaud. And we're going to catch up with the coaches as well very shortly too. All right, let's grab our player of the match, shall we, as well. He's going over. I'm going to grab him over here. Jeremy, come here a second, mate. Come over here. Here he is. Here he is. Now, congratulations, Jeremy. That was some game, wasn't it? Now, the first half, you kind of looked in control. Second half, though, Olympia came back. Were you getting a bit nervous near the end?
Yeah, a bit nervous, but the most important thing is we win the game. We win an incredible game because it's a derby, and always this game is very tough. And we play very well with all the team, and that's the most important.
I can see what it meant at the end, jumping on your players there. They're good rivals, though, aren't they, Olympia?
Yeah. They're two good rivals, but we know now we play them again in Final Four, so it will be tough. We want to win 3 trophies, so that's what.
I've got some good news for you. You know we've been doing player of the match, of course, this season. Jack Oliphant has been choosing today. He's nominated you. You are the Live Sport Now player of the match today, Jeremy Archer. Congratulations. How do you feel?
I'm happy, still happy. We will enjoy that with the team inside the locker room.
You've got to share it now. Well done. Congratulations. Let's go see if we can grab Nelson Olivier, the head coach for Olympia. Nelson, can we have a quick chat? Commiserations, but also congratulations, because you must be delighted with the second half performance.
Yeah, I spoke to them in the changing room, and I was very disappointed for the first half. I don't think that shows our class or what the type of handball we normally play. But yeah, definitely the second half was much better, and I'm very proud of them.
If only we had enough for 5 minutes, right? Yes. You'd have got that one.
It's gonna be. This is actually a good example for us for the Final Four, because we could see there's a lot of things we have to work, and it's good for them to kind of put their heads a little bit, slow down a little bit to improve for the next game. So it's gonna be. It was a good game for us, second half especially. First half is something we have to work, in our trainings. But
now we've got to touch on your keepers, of course. But Banami had a great game, didn't he? Your other keeper, Amni, at one point he got quite heated on the touchline, but what he said to him worked, because he came back out and had a blind in the last 10 minutes, didn't he?
That's the thing. Every single player, they work psychologically. They work completely different. So it is sometimes just to have like someone to hug you makes a whole difference, because it makes you, it makes you feel the passion and be part of the family, our team. So yeah, that's. And I told him, I trust you. That's why I put it there, and you could see afterwards. It did work.
Even in defeat, you want to end on a high. You certainly did. So we'll see you in the Final Four. Well done, Nelson. Thank you very much. Right, I'm going to get myself back over here with Jack Oliphant. If you come on over to Jack, it's going crazy. Let's put a camera. You can see the GD players over there. Look at what it means for them, Jack Oliphant. It means everything to them, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely awesome. I mean, they're through to the Final Four. We already knew that. They've beaten their main rivals. They probably think they probably feel like they're on top of the world right now. No one can stop them. I'm not entirely sure what the North have in store for them when they get through to that sort of playoff stage. I'm sure the Hawks and amongst others will have some ideas, some tricks up their sleeve maybe, but after watching that, if I was anybody from any other team, I'd be fairly terrified.
Yeah, my word, we have seen an absolute classic. That second half, by the way, has been absolutely epic. That's not it this month, though. We've still got more to bring you as well. We are just going to wait for confirmation of what game is going to be coming up later on this month. It will be, though, in the Women's Premier Handball League, North or South. We're not too sure yet. That's for us to have a little look at the fixture list to decide which ones we're going to go to. This has been epic. Final thought from you, Jack. Olympia. I just heard from Nelson, just chatting to him actually very quickly there. He said he was very disappointed in the first half, delighted with the second. That was really the story of the game, wasn't it?
That's it. And I know we complimented GD so much in the first half and everything like that, but Olympia, they made it a bit easy for them, to be honest, in my opinion. But they stepped it up in that second half. They showed why they're second, and really challenging for potentially first, maybe next year or something. Maybe if other results have gone their way, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the other way around, put it that way. My closing thoughts is biggest compliment I can pay to the game it was worth driving down from Leeds for. So yeah, well done for putting on a show. And I'm sure it was probably better than that rubbish football that's going on next door.
Yeah, half time over the road as well, Leyton Orient. Thank you so much for coming down anyway, Jack. Like I said, I really hope you enjoyed it, because we really have. What a great advert for the game that was. It was, though, London GD emerging victorious in the end. If you like what you've seen here, want to find out more about the men's and women's Premier Handball League, or just want to find out more about getting involved with handball here in England, there's a link in the body of this broadcast. It'll take you straight through to the EHO's website. And to make life even easier for you, right now on your screen just beneath me here is a QR code. Scan that with your phone, it'll take you straight through to the EHO's website as well. There's also a link to the England Handball Association YouTube channel as well, so make sure you head over there, you hit subscribe. We are Live Sport now, of course, so make sure you head over to us on YouTube. If you like your golf, guess what, we've got live golf coming up for you next week. Sunningdale Foursomes gets underway. We're live there on Friday for the semi-final and final. The likes of Charlie Hull, Georgia Hull, we've got Robert Rock, Andy Sullivan, European Tour winners, LPGA Tour winners, all in the field. That is going to be an absolute corker. That is it here from us, though, at Leyton Score Centre in Leyton, North London. It's been an absolute cracker of a game. It's London GD, though, who emerged victorious against their arch